All right, so going to be doing another comic review from my friend, another book sent to me by my friend Chris. Chris, thank you once again, brother. And today we're going to be talking about Daredevil Hell to Pay. This is the second volume of Saladin Ahmed's Daredevil run, which is currently ongoing at the time. Yeah, so for quick context as to what's going on in the Ahmed run, for those who don't know, basically this is, of course, this was the follow-up to Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil run, and after Matt came back from hell after saving Foggy's soul, essentially what's going on is that the 7 deadly sins, or personally Matt's 7 deadly sins, have escaped and started possessing people left and right around him. Sloth was the first one he encountered where it possessed Elektra. Envy possessed Ben Urich, it took me a moment to remember, and She-Hulk was possessed by Gluttony. Well, Matt continues that story while also at the same time dealing with a new group of corrupt cops who have formed a group called the Heat, led by an unknown benefactor who we do find out in this volume. It's Kingpin. Like, are you even shocked? It's not even like I don't even feel like it's a spoiler. Like when this was coming out and everyone was like, "Who's the leader of the Heat?" I'm like, everyone's like, "It's Kingpin." Duh. Because you can't do a Daredevil story without Kingpin. Yeah, to the shock of no one. But yeah, so this basically continues that story and also kind of furthers more of what's going on with the Heat, as well as talking about Matt's 7 deadly sins, 2 of which he encounters. One being in Wolverine, his lust, which that doesn't make any sense. Like, it's kind of weird that like at first, because even Matt says like, yeah, it's got to be my my wrath chose Logan because it's perfect. But it turns out it's his lust for battle, lust for combat, and I'm like, this. Like, I think everyone and their mother was like, this really doesn't make any sense, if I'm being honest. Also, Saladin Ahmed should never write Doctor Doom. I mean, not Doctor Doom, Doctor Strange, because Strange in here is written like he's MCU Benedict Cumberbatch Strange, and I really don't like that. So Saladin Ahmed does not have a good voice for Doctor Strange. Also, I feel like the whole thing with Wolverine was just kind of Ahmed's back thing of like, yeah, I'm going to be writing Wolverine soon. Here's how I write him, which is not bad. On top of that, I also feel like Ahmed's whole thing with the 7 deadly sins, that whole story, like that whole comic really does, like that whole storyline of the 7 deadly sins, that really gets like, we already wiped out 4 sins already, so now greed, pride, and wrath, who I'm pretty sure as of this recording have probably been revealed by now. Greed gets revealed to be possessing Fisk, and we don't know, I don't know at least, who's the other 2 are, but I feel like you did, like, right out the gate, 4 of the 7 deadly sins, so you had to drag out that storyline, as well as the thing with the Heat, which is which I really like, this whole thing of, like, corrupt cops who are now being, taken by Bullseye, Bullseye and Kingpin, Fisk, to be like a private army. And yeah, Kingpin is possessed by Matt's greed, and it was to the shock again, like when this whole story was going on and when Fisk was revealed to be the leader of the Heat, everyone again was like, so it's probably greed, right? And we were right. Yeah, Ahmed's run has been good, don't get me wrong. Like, it's been a solid run. His Wolverine Daredevil fight was pretty solid, I'm not gonna lie. Like, he pretty much talks about, like, when Matt's fighting Logan, he talks about, like, how how much of a threat Logan is, and how vicious, and fighting him is like, it's like fighting a blender, almost. It does, like, the whole thing also of Matt getting, also encountering, seeing Elektra again and working beside her again. And I also really liked the, what was it? I also like that Matt's still doing the whole priest thing, because that was his thing. When he came back and was slowly getting his memories back, he became a priest at a local orphanage. In fact, I think it's the same orphanage he grew up in. It's a lot of, this storyline has been pretty solid, but I do think the Seven Deadly Sins thing got even I think Saladin Ahmed even probably thought, oh no, I've gone through 4 of the 7 sins. I need to slow it down. So, yeah, I really I've been enjoying this comic. I do think it's kind of I will say that I feel like Ahmed is trying to do like 2 storylines at once, and he doesn't know how. Like, he knows how to like try to connect them, but it doesn't feel like coherent. I don't know if that like works out in the later volumes, but so far I'm still enjoying this to an extent. I will say though, this cover of tan suit Wolverine and fighting red suit Daredevil, yeah, that's not what happens. Logan's in regular clothes, and Matt's in this white costume that Strange gives him. So the cover, yeah, you mean the cover lied? But I have been enjoying this comic. The first volume, everything else. And again, you can't have a good Daredevil story without Kingpin. So, yeah, I'm curious to see where this goes. I also like there's a series of backup stories from different writers like Charles Scholl and Nichetti, other great writers as well. I personally like the Black Armor Daredevil story by Chester, where it involved Matt encountering Punisher in that timeline. That was a good one. Anyway, so Chris, thank you once again for the comic, and you guys tell me in the comments below if you've been reading Saladin Ahmed's Daredevil run. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of it. Comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.